Hi, I'm Cody Wallen and you're watching BCTV Live right now on Channel 99. Today we will be broadcasting a full-length show and featuring sports, weather, segments, and a live interview.
However, after the break, we'll be seeing weather brought to you by Gabrielle Laura, a live briefing of sports with Dalton Callan, and a sneak peek of Julie Medina and a special guest.
You know, I can report the weather too. It's pretty warm out.
Well, let's just leave the weather to Gabby. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet!
Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Yeah! Learn more from the American Heart Association at www. Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet!
Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Yeah! Learn more.
I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Hi everyone, I'm Dalton Callan. Yes, I'm back. The whole Channel 99 news staff is back. And we are here for greater and a bigger year, and you guys will love sports this time around. We will do live sports, top 5 list, interviews, and much more. Trust me, you guys will love this, I promise. So sit back and hold on tight because things will be very exciting. Well, that's all for me. Come back next week for our very first top 5 list, and we will see you all next time.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do. Yeah, but I don't know where to start.
That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to getschool.com for more info.
Hi everyone, Dalton Callan here for your Channel 99 News Sports. Now this is the first show in the new year on Channel 99 Sports, and today will be the first ever Top 5 list. And the first ever Top 5 list will be the top 5 stories of the year so far. So let's get right into it. So number 5 is the return of the WWE Draft. So in early 2016, WWE ratings were very low. The Roman Reigns push did not work so well, so the WWE announced the return of the draft. Seth Rollins was the first pick, while the draft saw the call-ups and returns of Finn Balor, American Alpha, Nia Jax, and more. Number 4 is the signings that the WWE has made so far this year. WWE has signed fan favorites like Shinsuke Nakamura, Samoa Joe, and AJ Styles, and many more. As Styles won the WWE World title, while Nakamura and Joe won the NXT title. Now for number 3 is the growth of Conor McGregor. Now McGregor is known for his trash talk, but Conor McGregor this year has won fans over with his wars with Nate Diaz. Now for the second story is the Cleveland Cavaliers ending Ohio's championship drought. Now the Cavs finished the year with the best record in the East and ran through the playoffs until they met the Golden State Warriors in the finals for the second straight year. But the Cavs fell 3-1, but did something no NBA team ever did before them, winning the series after being down 3-1, thus ending Ohio's title drought. Now, for the number 1 story of the year is the underdog story of Leicester City, winning the Premier League. Now, the season before Leicester City just got out of being sent down by finishing 15th. They opened the year with 5,000 to 1 odds of winning the title. But thanks to the new manager, Claudio Ranieri, and star players, Jamie Vardy, Wes Morgan, Robert Oof, and N'Golo Kante, and many more, Leicester City did the impossible and won the title and had the greatest underdog stories of all time. Well, that's all for me. I will see you all on the next one.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Hello and welcome to 4 Gamers Only, the show where I explain complicated plot points and details in RPGs. Today I'll explain a plot point from the Persona series, mostly because Persona 5 is coming out on Valentine's Day and it's fresh in my mind. I'll explain what is probably the most important part of the series. What is a persona? A persona is the manifestation of one's personality. A persona is one's true inner feelings, tamed and trained when an individual goes under a resolution of heart. Yes, very vague, I know. There are multiple ways for one to summon their persona. The first 2 games had persona summons in the way of a very satanic-looking ritual called, aptly enough, the Persona game. Persona 3 had the most famous method of summoning personas, but you'll have to look up that one for yourself. Persona 4 went for a more child-friendly method of using tarot cards. So essentially, personas are Pokemon, but instead of things like Pikachus and Bulbasaurs, you have angels and succubuses. Now for the most important question of all. Why are they demons? Why are famous religious figures like Loki, Hades, Alice, and Jack Frost personas? Well, that's where the complicated part comes in. In the depths of human hearts shared by all people, there is a domain where mythological archetypes dwell, and they grant an influence over an individual's personality development. Acadites of mythological divinities the world over probably exist because of that. So one could say that gods and demons exist not in heaven or hell, but in the hearts of humanity. Personas even have an effect on the physical and mental abilities of their summoner, making their users superhumans, for example, giving them mastery over weapons and resistance to terror and madness. After all, Persona will always say, I am thou, thou art I. Something tells me that absolutely no one watching this understood a word of that. Anyway, that's all I have for this edition of 4 Gamers Only. Tune in next time where I won't talk about the manifestation of religion.
Hi, my name is Taylor and welcome to Random 30 Seconds or So, where I'll be generating random, fun, and crazy facts. Today's topic is cats. Did you know that after their 2nd year of life, a cat is 25 in human years? Cats are also super flexible. They can rotate their ears 180 degrees, and their hearing is at least 5 times keener than an average adult. Domestic cats spend about 70% of their day sleeping and 15% grooming themselves. That's more than us women. Also, cats cannot see directly under their noses, and most cats have no eyelashes. A cat's meow is not innate for a cat language. They develop them to communicate with us humans. They can also recognize your voice. Cats are actually lactose intolerant, so you better stop giving them milk. Well, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
French fries. Finding best potatoes.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Congo.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too. You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Hi everyone, and we're back with my special guest, Christopher Pizer. So Mr. Pizer, what made you want to become a broadcasting communications teacher?
I actually had no intention of being a teacher. If you would have talked to me in high school and asked me what I was going to be when I grow up, I never would have said teacher.
No?
I had no plans of being a teacher. It wasn't until later, I was probably in my 30s, and I was working at a TV station, and I was working with a lot of students from Penn State University. Our interns came from there, and I had spent time training them, and I actually really liked showing
Working with
people,
them and
showing them
okay.
how things work. And a couple of years after that, an opportunity came up in the Wilkes-Barre school system, and a friend of mine who was actually the teacher of this class before me said, I think you should go apply for this job. I think you'd be really good at teaching. And I didn't really think about it, but at that time in my life, I kind of wanted to do something different. I was kind of tired of the television industry a little bit. I still liked producing television, but I just didn't like the direction.
So it was just like you jumped for the opportunity,
Yeah.
like you thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, so I applied for the job in Wilkes-Barre, and I was pretty much had the job, and then all of a sudden the teacher that I was going to be replacing decided that he wasn't going to retire. So I kind of just backburnered the idea of being a teacher. And then a few years after that, Mr. Rick Cannella, who was the former broadcasting teacher at the Career Center, said, I'm retiring next year. I can't think of anybody that would be better for the job than you. And here I am. So
That sounds good. So it's something you like doing now.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not always great. There's moments when I kind of just want to pack it in, but I'm not the type to give up, and I have a lot of amazing students, and that's the thing that keeps me here. It's even when the job might get complicated for whatever reasons, I really do like working with teenagers, and although they make me, crazy at times, I just really like working with students.
So the kids, they love you. You're a good teacher to them.
Well, I hope so.
You hope so?
I try to be.
Yeah.
I try to do my best to be a good person and be a good example for them. I know I probably don't always accomplish that, but I wake up every morning and I go into work saying I'm going to try to.
That's good.
Be a
Always have a
positive.
positive mindset, for the day. What do you plan on doing for the show this year?
I just always have had, from the day I started, the superintendent of schools at the time, Dr. Antonelli, came to me. And it's funny how things work out, because I always wanted to have my own TV channel. And there were times in my life where I tried to actually do that through some different things called least access television. I actually did kind of have my own TV channel at one time. That was always kind of like a big dream, and I dream big. So it's just funny how it worked out that I ended up being a teacher, and 2 days in, the superintendent of schools said, look, we have this TV channel, Channel 99, and he basically said to me, you have full reign. Whatever you want to do with it, you do it. And that was just like...
So that's good. You got the teaching job, plus
Yeah.
you got your TV show.
Yeah.
That worked out great for you.
So now it's, a challenge, and we try every year, and I always, have a big idea, But I think we finally have the right group of students that are positive and they're willing to give it a try.
To work out.
And really make something amazing. And that's what we're going to do.
That's pretty good. So do you guys have any specific plans, like any specific shows that you added on?
Well, we're on one right now.
Yes.
So it's a step in the right direction. The reason I kind of got out of media is because, especially the news, I worked in the last media job I had for someone else was in news. And I loved television news. It was exciting. And there was a lot of adrenaline being live every day and getting things done on time. But everyone's familiar with September 11th.
Yeah.
I worked in the news when that happened. So that was kind of like, I remember that day, like, I remember where I was, I remember everything about it. And I just remember we got to the point where we were trying to get stuff on the air first because everything was coming in new and it was just such a big media thing. But it was just the whole thing about sensationalizing bad things in order to get viewers. It just kind of hit me that I realized that is not what I'm about.
Yeah,
I want to be a positive influence on the world. And I think the media has really, especially in very recent times with the things going on in the world today, the way the media actually, I think, makes that kind of thing worse. Even local media we see doing the same thing. Anything you hear about the school district in the media is bad.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good things going on here. So that's kind of what I want to accomplish with this channel.
You want to let everybody know that there are good things out there.
There's some bad kids,
things.
but you know what? For every bad kid, there's 100 great, amazing kids. And that's what I want the public to see.
That's good. That sounds all good. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for sticking around, and thank you, Mr. Paiser.
Thank you, Julie.
See you guys next time.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching.
And be sure to follow us on Facebook at BCTV99, Instagram at BCTV_99, and on YouTube.com/BCTV99, and on Twitter at @_BCTV_.
See you all next time.